Coronation Street has been a staple of British television for the past 6 decades, becoming a part of the British way of life. Another form of entertainment that has gained as many millions of fans as the street itself is the Great British Sitcom. Classic pieces of comedy in all sorts of places and situations. So it's probably no surprise that many stars of sitcom have appeared on the nation's favourite street before they were famous. And here are 10 of those people. Enjoy.
Just the shirt, Dr. Graham.
Just the shirt, Mr. Tetlock.
Have you heard from Dr. Tinsley lately?
As a matter of fact, I had a line from him in the post this morning.
Oh, did he happen to say how Mrs. Tinsley were?
No, I can't remember that he did, but I think we can safely assume she's a great deal better done in Bournemouth. People are very like plants, you know, Mr. Tetlock. Some do better in warmer climates, while tough old perennials like you and me flourish under the grey northern skies, even though we might have our little setbacks from time to time, eh? Now, how long is it since you retired, did you say?
Oh, just about 5 years.
And you've never had these dizzy spells before, eh?
No, not so as you'd notice.
I see. Would you mind raising your vest?
I have done, Doctor.
Oh, so you have. Just one sec. Good. Now, to stop a bit further, Mr. Tetlock, that's it. Breathe deeply until I tell you to stop. Yeah? That's it. And again. And so on. Good. Now we'll try the back, shall we? Just bend forward, Mr. Tetlock. Arms together, that's it. Huh? Good. Deep breaths. You managed to pass the time well enough?
Oh, aye, there's no trouble about that, Doctor.
Could see you do a lot of reading.
Aye, I do. I collect coins and all, you know.
Coins. So do I, Mr. Tetlock, when I can lay my hands on them. Now, there's just one other little thing, if you wouldn't mind sitting down at the table here and give me your hand. Right, there we are.
Hey, what might that little instrument be, Doctor?
That, Mr. Tetlock, is a sphygmomanometer.
Oh, I see, aye.
Down now.
Well, you'll find it a bit different down here, I dare say.
Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Tetlock?
Well, different from Scotland, like. You know, the hills and the heather.
Oh, it's not all hills and heather in Scotland, you know. Oh, no. As a matter of fact, the street I was born in is not a great deal different from this one.
Weren't it?
It was not. If you just relax a moment, Mr. Tetlock. And a grand street it was in some respects, if not in others. Right you are.
Is that all?
Absolutely all, Mr. Tetlock. Except that I'm going to give you a prescription which I want you to take religiously without fail, etc., etc., etc.
Oh, then I won't have to go to the hospital then.
Did you want to go to the hospital?
Should I act just like?
Ah, that's all right then, isn't it? Now tell me this, if I give you a prescription, is there anybody who can get it for you?
Oh, I'll nip across with it myself.
No, I want you to take it easy for a day or two.
Doctor, what's up with me?
Nothing you need to worry about. Probably a bit frightening at the time, you know, but nothing to get worked up about.
Well, that's a load off my mind, any road.
Good. There we are. All the same, I want you to take it easy for a day or two, like I said, and I'll tell you what. I'd like to look in and have a little talk with you this evening. I have a lot of other customers waiting for me at the moment. Is that okay?
Yeah, right you are, Doctor.
Good.
Oh, and if you should see a little cat on the doorstep, will you let it in?
Yours?
Aye, sour smudgy.
I'll do that. See you tonight, now.
Quiet tonight, isn't it, Mrs. Snape?
Oh, it's not often it's as quiet as this, I can tell you. Bernard, that's my husband, keeps on at me to get some help, but it's very difficult these days, you know.
I don't think I've seen your husband, have I?
I shouldn't be surprised, he's on the road most of the time.
On the road?
He travels, fancy goods and ladies. Of course, I did think I might get somebody in part-time, but it's finding the right person, isn't it? I'm all right for Saturdays. It's Mondays and Wednesdays I'm needed most.
Hey, what about me? I'm all right for Mondays and Wednesdays.
Hey, what about my Pally?
The Pally won't run away. If you must know, I'm saving for one of them 5 capital tours. A little bit on the side would do me very nicely.
What do you want to go on one of them for?
Why not? Travel broadens the mind. Hey, what about it, Mrs. Snape? Am I on? Aye.
Evening, Harry.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Oh, that's not a very nice welcome, is it?
No, I mean, there's Summit Up or something.
Summit up.
All right, down at depot. Do they want me?
Oh, no, you left your parcel on my bush.
So I did. I'd forget made if it was loose, wouldn't I?
I saw it as soon as we'd started again. I'd have stopped only had Fred Fern's driving. You know what he is when he gets 3 bells. Pulls up so sharp he puts half the passengers on the floor and then he comes round back and starts cursing something awful.
I know Fred, all right. You're quite right not to stop him. Still, there's no harm done, except it's brought you out your way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm in no hurry.
Well, I'd invite you in, but,
Have you got company?
no, it's just the house, like, you know.
Oh, go on, Harry. You can't give me. I bet it's spotless.
I wouldn't exactly say that.
Oh, I bet it is.
Oh, would you like to come in for a minute?
Oh, thanks very much. Here, I'm forgetting to give you this.
Oh, thank you. Sit down.
Thanks very much.
I'll just bank up the fire.
Oh, not for me. I'm hot enough.
Huh?
Now, don't go looking like that. You know what I mean.
Looking like what?
You men, I don't know what we ought to do with you.
Now then, Eileen, you know me.
Oh, go on. I was only kidding. I know you're not right the rest of them. I hope you don't think I'm either.
Of course I don't.
Some of them girls, though, honest. They hack at me telling tales to a checker.
Whatever you say in this house is in confidence.
Of course it isn't anyway. You know it all already. That's what I'm always telling the girls. It's no use trying to diddle the checkers. I mean, they've been through it all themselves. They know all the tricks.
Ah, you're right there.
Aren't you sitting down?
Aye. Yes.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
I hope you don't mind a counterpine
I
cushion.
think,
Oh, whatever's this?
it must have just slipped down.
Oh, go on with you. I know a man's tidying up when I see it. Hey, whatever are you doing?
Sewing a button on.
Sewing a button on? I thought you were hem-stitching a pillow slip. Whatever have you got all this cotton on?
Oh, have you got too much?
Hey, men, where's the scissors?
Here.
Hey! You're not fit to be left out
I can do it. I can
Don't
do
be
it.
daft. It's a cosy little room, this, isn't it?
Ah, it's all right. Suits me, anyway.
I live on the estate, you know,
All right.
up Brook Park.
Ah, nice up there.
I'm living with my sister and her husband.
All right. Nice, that.
Well, some folk might think so. Not very comfortable, though. You know, it's not that she says anything, only some folk can make you feel not wanted without saying a word, can't they?
Get away.
Well, you know, it's the little things, like they got this boy of 12 and on Sunday afternoons they send him out for 3 ice creams. And then they have the cheek to turn around to me and say, oh, did you want one? And then last week, I was on late turns, you remember? Well, twice, mind you, they put the latch up so I had to get them out of bed to let me in. And they didn't grumble or anything, just cracked on they'd forgotten all about me.
I'll go to our house.
Oh, as many a time I could have just packed my bags and walked out.
Why didn't you?
I don't know. Oh, I'd have got fixed up, little room somewhere. I think it was the living alone that put me off. Hey, how come me telling you about living alone? You've done it yourself for years.
You get used to it.
Oh, you get used to having your leg broke. Hey, whatever's that?
Oh, just one of my whippets to keep a couple in the backyard.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love dogs.
Don't you like to see them now? I'll bring
Oh,
them in.
no, it doesn't matter. Don't disturb them.
Oh. Well, would you like a drink or something?
Oh, you mean go out for one?
Well, no, I was thinking of a cup of tea.
Oh. Oh, yes, very nice.
No, well, just sit down. I'll get you one.
Can I help you?
No, it's all right. I can manage that.
Try the back door of the Flying Horse.
We'll soon see.
Mrs. Harvey.
Hello, Anne.
Oh, you've taken me completely by surprise.
Jackie! Well, how are you?
Jackie.
Hello, Nellie, love. Still as bonny as ever, eh?
Flatterer. Honestly, you can keep your David Nivens.
Jack, I didn't know that you and Mrs. Harvey, you never mentioned, I didn't know that you
Oh,
and Jack.
indeed, yes. We're old dancing partners, aren't we, Jackie?
Yes.
Ah, when was it? Oh, Lawson Smittler's ball, year before last.
3 St. Bernard waltzes in a row. Oh, and doesn't he look smart? Yes, but then he always looks smart, your husband.
I must apologise for my appearance, Mrs. Harvey, but you've taken me rather by surprise. I mean, I'm never so déshabillé at 3 in the afternoon.
Oh,
but...
well, I'm sorry I'm early, and I should have let you know.
That's all right, love, don't you fret.
But I thought you might like to look over the Ladies' Committee's recommendations on cold buffet catering.
Oh, yes, indeed. Any help I can give to the committee in
Mind
any
you, if
way,
I'd known
I'd
that
only
my
consider
Jackie
it.
was going to be here, I'd have brought me dancing pumps. Shall we go through?
Straight through the glass doors into the Paladin dance.
Cheeky. Oh, honestly, you can keep your Lionel Blaze. Oh, I did have a good time at
Nelly,
that.
love, you remember that...
She's not so talkative all of a sudden, is she?
Yeah, well, I don't think she's a supporter. I think she always looks like this.
She's got all the gear, though.
Yeah, well, she could have been selling ice cream.
I don't want to call my friends out of the shop. One of them happens to be a man of some position.
Did you hear that, George?
I think I did, Lanny.
She's got friends.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, well, she has to pay them to be seen with.
There isn't that much money.
Your wit matches your manners.
Hey, she's right, you know, George.
How do you mean, Lenny?
Well, we're not being very respectful.
You don't know the meaning of the word.
Yeah, come on, let's leave Widow Twanky alone.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm just enjoying myself here.
Oh, I'm glad you're coming to sense, even if it is a bit late.
But first...
A song.
1, 2.
E-I-I-D-O, Widow Twanky lost her cat. E-I-I-D-O, it had kittens in her hat. Hey! What's the... Hey, what's going... Hey! What's going on?
Oh, shop window.
Never mind that, look who's coming down the street.
Some mothers have 'em.
Officer, I would remind you.
Plate glass. Meant to be looked through, not broken.
It were.
An accident, officer, I assure you.
I think perhaps we'd better all amble down to the place where I work.
Oh?
Oh, I can't leave these two, madam. Even if they are your babies. Now, come on. Move along.
Hey.
There. Come on, lads.
Look,
Auntie Annie!
You know what she is, don't you? Obvious, isn't it? Football hooligan.
He won't be too to us.
Reprimander. Finer. Oh, jailer.
Now then, Mrs.
Sharples.
Well, we can't have this, Mrs. Sharples. You're in breach of all the bylaws.
Hey, this young lad says we're breaching his bylaw.
No. What I'm pointing out is that you can't do it, and that's that. Nobody can sit in the road disrupting traffic on one of Queen's highways.
I don't see why. We seem to be doing it. Yes, we do.
And you'll land yourself in a lot of trouble if you don't stop.
Oh, aye. What trouble?
Well, you could be arrested for a start.
And who's going to do that?
I have the authority, Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, there's not very many of you left, are there? I mean, it's going to be a one-man mass arrest.
I only have to call the station, you know. No sooner said than spoken.
I see. And do your police cells hold this many? Look, love, the best thing you can do is to nip back to your canteen and have a nice cup of tea. That's it. I don't think there's much you can do around here. Go and have a
I've not come empty-handed.
I see. Do you always travel a barometer?
Oh, weather's his big passion. He buys 5 daily newspapers sometimes so he can work out the average forecast.
It's as well to know what to expect, especially if you're a cyclist.
And are you a football fan as well?
Is he yet?
Well, what's the scar for?
Oh, he goes on plenty of football excursions, but just for the ride.
It's a cheap way of getting about the country.
It's a flaming dangerous way and all.
There you are. There's my contribution to the household.
Could you spare it? Sticking plasters.
He gets through more of them than 8 cracked ribs. You'll understand why when you've had him with you a bit.
No, I haven't said I'm going to have him with me yet.
Where can I put this stuff, then?
Back in your saddlebag, I would suggest.
You don't want me to stop, then?
No, I don't. I've got quite enough with her.
Ta-ra, Bernard.
Well, it's funny how one sister can be so much wrong about another sister.
What are you blathering about?
Watch him, Elsie. He's not as simple as he looks.
Well, number of times my mother said, if aught happens to me, you go straight to our Elsie. She'll look after you.
Just listen to the big liar.
If she said it once, she said it scores of times.
But there's nothing wrong with your mother.
She's in dock, isn't she?
Put your things in the front room. There's a spare bed in there. I shall make it up later.
Oh, thanks very much, Auntie Althea. Thanks. Oh, I said, do you mind if I knock a nail in the wall for my barometer, like?
No, feel completely free.
You've been conned, you know.
Yeah, for the second time today.
When you go through.
Fraternal greetings, Brother Ogden. My name's Dickinson. You can call me Charlie.
How do you do?
Mr. Dickinson was painting his parlour stand, but he dropped everything when he heard you was in dispute.
Right, order of business. Item 1, presentation of qualifications. Left-hand side of the cranium. You feel that bump?
You get a bit of a duck egg, isn't it?
Policeman's truncheon. Outside the dock gates, 1920. I tell no lie.
Mind you, Stan's not contemplating anything too Millicent.
Down near the back of the skull. Slight indentation, about 3/4 of an inch. You got it?
Oh, that's nasty, isn't it?
Bradford Colliery. Assaulted by a scab. Fought and won full compensation. Right now, brother. Bona fide is accepted. Do I get first shout?
Oh, aye. You're elected, yeah. Sit down.
Yeah.
Right, let's get to work.
Yeah.
Ought to strike, as we say in the trade. All right, then go on. Fill me in with the issue.
Well, I've got my notes here, you see. It's Fairclough and Langton.
Them two house wreckers he works for.
They are exploiting my capacity to produce.
He comes home worn out and sleeps like a log.
Excessive norms.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that.
The way they treat me, it's an insult to the dignity of labour.
He has to take his own tea and sugar.
Yeah, and they use it for their brew.
Real grassroots stuff, this.
I asked them for a productivity deal. And what do?
Hid the key to the water closet.
Oh, lockout, eh?
And I'm subject to continual verbal abuse.
They swear at him and all.
All right, meeting to order. I'm in the chair. Procedure. Draw up demands, present them for endorsement. And I tell you, lad, if your gaffers start to get awkward, I'm going to make the general strike look like a dowager's tea party.
Hello.
Hello, Albert.
Yes, Mr. Tatlock.
Just a few bits and pieces.
Aren't you waiting? Are you coming back for 'em?
Neither. Pop 'em in for me. Number 1.
Hey, we can't deliver this kind of order. There's no tea here. You could carry this easy.
Oh, aye. I could carry it easy. And I could fall easy, you know. I mean, we do at my age. In fact, I have done once or twice, but I don't mind when I'm not carrying note. There's half a dozen eggs here. Can't afford to drop them at the price they are.
I'm sorry, you'll just have to be careful.
Oh, all right, well, give it us back. I'll go somewhere else.
Suit yourself. See if Supermarket will deliver them for you.
No, what's up?
It's all right. I'm dealing with this.
Look, I've been coming in this shop now for donkey's years, and I've known them all. Old Mrs. Cartwright, Elsa Lappin, Florrie Lindley, and not one of them but what wouldn't have put the coat on and delivered them for me.
Yeah, give it to me if that's all that's bothering you. Don't you worry. I'll have these sent round for you in no time.
Right.
If we can't do a favour for a nice old gentleman like you, we shouldn't be in business, I say.
Well, that's a step in the right direction.
It's a pleasure to serve you, Mr. Tatlock. Hey. When you've had your tea, pop these things round to that silly old devil, and don't forget his money. Idris!
I've just about had enough of this.
And what about us? You'll have us all starving the way you were carrying on. But that's what you want, isn't it?
What's the matter now, then?
Who's all with the matter when around?
I can't hear you both at once, can I?
You don't want to listen to what she says. It's rubbish.
I won't give him the chance. I'll do me talking to somebody who's worth talking to. Me mother, bless her. By gum, I wish I'd listened to her. I wouldn't have been here now, I can tell you that.
I wish she had listened to her as well.
So, I really expected to see you looking like death warmed up, Alf. I really did.
Oh, he has done for the past few weeks. It's only this week when he's been coming on.
I only wish I felt half as well as he looks. I could do with the rest, you know. Never mind Alf.
Oh, things a bit sticky at work then, Frank.
Sticky? When are they not sticky when you've got chumps like Harry Atwood to contend with? Not to mention some of the younger ones. They've won them in there a couple of minutes, they think they know it all. And you can't touch them these days either. They're fireproof. I'll tell you, Alf, you're better off at home, mate. Especially when you're fitting well enough to enjoy yourself. Thinking of having a holiday, are you?
Well...
Only a few brochures, you know, nothing definite.
You have got it made, haven't you, Alf? I suppose you'll be going while he's still off sick. Off to Spain at the government's expense. Well, I don't blame you, mate.
I'll go.
Yeah, well, it's not arranged, you know. We're just talking about it, like.
There'll be some compensation to come too, won't there?
Compensation?
For the injury. There's bound to be. I'd be looking further afield than Spain if I were you. The Bahamas, the West Indies. Why not when you can afford it?